high-end video production on a low-end budget. My name is Ryan Giesman, and I have Brian Schaub here with me. I'd like to take you through a couple of things that we've learned over the years in our production here at LCBC. First, let's introduce ourselves. Again, my name is Ryan Giesman. I'm the production director at LCBC. I also teach some courses over at LBC, which is Lancaster Bible College, a local Bible college in the area here. Teach some video classes there, and I also contribute to Church Production Magazine and Christian Video Magazine when they ask me to. And let me hand it over to Brian to introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Brian, and I also work at LBC Church as a video coordinator, and I do a little work outside of the church with a local photography studio, and that's called Jeremy Hess Photographers. We want to tell you a little bit about where we work. LCBC stands Lives Changed by Christ. We're a multi-site church. We currently have 6 campuses. We just launched our 6th campus beginning of January. It's exciting, and we're averaging about 12,000 attendees on a weekend. So here's Ryan to kick off the rest of the production.
To tell you where we're headed in this session, we're going to talk about different areas of production and how you can maximize your output or your final quality without spending a lot of money. So we're going to cover pre-production, the camera itself, camera support and movement, lighting, and audio. Let's start at the beginning, pre-production. The idea or the story is key. You have to have something that's worth producing. You have to have something that's worth shooting, worth editing, and so the idea, the story is where everything starts. And what we found here at LCBC is that this is a time for collaboration. When we're working on a project and the larger the project, the more collaboration that we put into it. We'll get together people from our music department, people from lighting, people from drama, video, who we think might have the ideas to make something as good as it can possibly be. And pulling those different departments together, you actually some buy-in from those different departments and actually some help in the different areas of production. So for instance, if we're putting together a large-scale video production and we get the music team involved, they're more to offer to write us some brand spanking new music for that video production that's going to be better than something that we just pull out of our canned, stock music off the shelf. If it's something that involves a shoot on our stage, if we get lighting involved, they're going to be more likely to want to help us with moving lights around, refocusing just for our video production rather than needing to light everything with portable production lights. Collaboration is key at the beginning when you're coming up with the idea and the story. Of course, determining location, talking about working on a budget. Good to ask people and try to come up with locations that won't cost you a thing. I'm going to do a still here in a moment of something that we did recently. And then out of just asking one of our volunteers, who's a volunteer firefighter, we talked to him, he talked to his chief, and we ended up with a killer location, killer props, killer actors for a scene that we couldn't have done, we couldn't have paid for otherwise. And so this was free, and then that moves us into actors as well. Same story, just to ask the people sometimes you look for that talent that you need, but it also depends on the story that you're trying to tell and how much that is going into that production. So if there's not a speaking role in it and it's just somebody has to show up on screen doing what they know how to do, that doesn't take a ton of talent, and you can pretty much use anybody. So let me just show you that still. This is a scene that we did for some DVD curriculum for our small group ministry. And we made some phone calls. So you can see there in the background, there's a fire truck. we put the scene outside of the fire hall, and so they just pulled that truck up into the scene. They had all their personnel out there in their gear. They brought the car there, that banged up car with the hood smashed in. They brought that out for us and parked it there. The police officer was from a different phone call. We just called a local police station and said, hey, would you be able to send somebody out and help us out with this little video shoot? I don't know that that officer really knew what she was getting into when she showed up, but she was more than happy to put handcuffs on somebody and throw them in the back seat for us. So just making the phone call